Washington State is a national leader in foster youth education. A law passed this spring and a new nonprofit initiative aimed to improve educational outcomes for foster youth.
Everything that we have done at Treehouse, everything that we've learned about what kids need to succeed, indicates that we have to start earlier and stay longer with them.
For 25 years, Treehouse has been a leader in supporting foster youth on their academic journeys, while adding soft touches like clothes, books, and toys. Treehouse has focused on short-term interventions to fix educational problems, but today that focus has the larger goal of supporting long-term scholastic success.
If well-being is child welfare's responsibility, and we agree it is, and if educational outcomes are probably the preeminent issue in that area, we really can't rely on someone seeing a problem and asking for help, but we need to be proactively planning and working with a kid to the future. Now that sounds really simple, but I think because of this ever-changing group of people working in kids' lives, I don't think anyone is really doing it. And that's the beauty of an educational representative, someone designated to do that.
The state is also trying to fill this void. Representative Reuven Carlisle submitted House Bill 1566, which will pair foster youth with educational advocates to improve poor educational outcomes.
The state of Washington has about a 46% graduation rate, high school graduation rate for foster youth. That's up from 32% about 10 years ago. As pathetic and humiliating and unacceptable as that level is, it is one of the best in the nation.
Who's there to help you with your homework? Who's making sure that you're engaged in school? Who's really, doing what a parent does, which is really assure that a child is succeeding in school. And that's a one-on-one relationship. So the bill requires the court to appoint someone to do that. Families are very tight when they come here. Maybe the foster parent, it may be a sister who's, but someone is responsible for the educational progress of that child. And not all foster parents engage in the educational process with their foster children.
Research from the Washington State Institute for Public Policy showed students with advocates had fewer unexcused absences and less frequent school moves. Yet, there were no significant differences in GPAs or graduation rates. Wasn't that surprising to you?
I was disappointed, truly, because I thought the same things that are benefiting the stability we thought would help the graduation rate. But these are relatively short interventions, 6 to 9 months at the very longest, centered around a single problem, as opposed to thinking about developing an educational plan, putting the adults firmly in charge of that plan in partnership with the youth.
Avery and her team, however, have a plan to improve their impact. Treehouse will start mentoring middle schoolers this fall.
And we started with the class of 2017, which are current 8th graders. So this year we have spent a lot of effort identifying and enrolling about 65 kids. And we want to stay with every one of them through graduation and at the beginning of the next year, even into permanencies.
By 2017, Avery is hoping they will graduate at the same or better rates than their non-foster peers. If successful, this gamble could be a windfall for all at-risk youth.
We're betting the farm on this crowd of kids.
Yeah.
And so there's not much innovation taking place? I think we really are going to have an opportunity to demonstrate success here. And I'm going to be the first to tell you it's going to be bumpy. And some of what we've decided to do right now may change before these youngsters are out of high school. But our commitment is to learn from what we're doing, to share our data, to be totally transparent about what we're learning and how we're adjusting, because that's the only way we're going to figure out what to do and get this right. So we might be able to transform child welfare practice, or maybe even educational practice for vulnerable kids, because there are a lot of other kids besides foster kids who are very mobile, who are behind, who are really struggling in school, and we need to do better for them too.